заработать, и Rinat просто выходил, побеждал. Я уже даже...
I feel very bad for US promotions. Nurmagomedov, they jump to the UFC and they take over. They just come, smash people and take money. End of the day, this is sport. Best versus best. Not like best dancer, best haircut.
Depending on what we do next with him and what's going on, this guy's headed toward GOAT talk.
If the UFC can cut a fighter who never lost, then winning alone is not enough. Imagine going undefeated in the UFC and still losing your job. Recently, the MMA world was shocked when the UFC cut Rinat Fakhretdinov, a fighter on a 21-fight unbeaten streak. He didn't lose, he just finished his contract, and the UFC said no thanks. Why? Because the UFC isn't the Olympics, it's a content machine. They don't just sell fights, they sell stories. And if your story is I win decisions quietly, you are a liability to their bottom line.
Khabib came up to me freaking out and screaming and says, "Can I put the belts on him, please?" And I said, "Yeah." And I was saying to Khabib, I've been in the fight business since I was 20 years old. All I ever hear is, this guy's going to do this guy's going to do that. Everybody says the same thing, and almost nobody ever does or makes it. His father said, Khabib will go in and dominate, and he'll have a run, and when he's done, and then Islam will come in behind him and do the same. And, you know, holy shit. Depending on what we do next with him and what's going on, this guy's headed toward GOAT talk.
It feels unfair, it is unfair. But here's the uncomfortable truth. As one legend pointed out, we have to understand the machine we are dealing with.
I have couple gyms in Dagestan. There is 500 amateur guys and they all want to be like Khabib. What we're going to do with them? It's very hard. Some promotion, they follow the politics, they just don't sign them because they tired. Because all Nurmagomedov, they jump to the UFC and they take over. Because I remember myself, 2012, they signed me. They told me, your name it's very hard to say your name. You need a nickname. I'm like, what? I have my name, why I need nickname? And I asked my manager, what is this nickname? What do you mean? Nickname. I have my name. No, because your name is very hard for them to say. But after 6 years, everybody knows my name. Honestly, somebody have to talk about this. I think this is not fair. I feel very bad for US promotions, very, very bad, because there is so many hungry fighters coming. Yeah. And they don't like to talk. They don't like trash talk. They just come, smash people and take money, you know? And US promotions, they don't like this. They like trash talking, they like entertainment. I understand. In one way, it's business. But end of the day, this is sport. You go alone inside the cage and we will see who's the best in the world, you know? But a lot of young guys coming. They just finish contract, they don't give him new contract. Right now with so many young fighters, 10, 15 and all, undefeated, world champions, amateur and professional, and they don't want to sign them. They need somebody who talking, who drinking, who show up. But in one way, like I say, I understand. But in end of the day, this is sport. Best versus best. Not like best dancer or who have best haircut. It's have to be fair. Okay, 50-50.
Khabib is right. There should be a balance. When you cut undefeated fighters, you damage the integrity of the belt. If the champion hasn't beaten the guy who never loses, is he really the best? But here is where the logic flips. The UFC gives fighters a life-changing platform that pure sporting tournaments don't. To get paid like a star, you have to be watchable. So does that mean you have to sell your soul? Do you have to dye your hair, insult families, and act like a clown? Absolutely not. A lot of fighters think the only alternative to being boring is being Conor McGregor. They start manufacturing fake beef, they push cringe personas, but fans see right through that. The mistake is not staying quiet. The mistake is hiding who you are. You do not need to be a villain. You just need to be visible. And this is where Islam Makhachev changed the game. He did not become a trash talker. He did not change his values. He just learned to communicate. This is where most fighters get it wrong.
Rinat хороший боец, с хорошими навыками, но UFC нужны бойцы, которых они смогут продать, которые смогут заработать, и Rinat просто выходил, побеждал. Я уже даже ребятам в зале говорю, UFC не нужны просто пацаны, которые всех выигрывают и молчат. Учите английский, научитесь себя продавать, научитесь быть интересным. Ну, вся Америка обожает wrestling. Ну, они любят шоу. И из-за этого надо просто научиться делать шоу.
Notice what Islam said. He did not say go lie, he said learn English. Why? Because once Islam learned English, we didn't get a fake character, we got him. We got the dry humor, we got the who give him belt memes, we got the brotherhood with DC, and fans fell in love with Islam not because he started acting, but because he stopped being a mystery. He started posting his hobbies, dirt biking, horse riding, training. He showed his life, and that is promotion.
I eat, I sleep, and I train.
I'm gonna beat Kangaroo for sure. I know Kangaroo have good striking, but nobody check the grappling.
If you want your son high-level wrestling, send him 2-3 years Dagestan and forget.
Now I want to hug you. You don't know how to tap.
What is this, brother? Black belt? Who give him?
Look at that. You like that? UFC champion.
Authenticity sells better than fake drama because it is sustainable. Mufsar Evloev, for example, is an incredible fighter. But if he wants that title shot, he doesn't need to insult the champ's mother. He just needs to let us in, show us the training, show us the struggle, crack a joke in broken English. Fans are desperate to connect with greatness. You just have to give them a handle to hold on to.
How has his mentality and humbleness and training and everything, has it been affected?
He's still the same guy.
That's
so
what I
far
figured,
hasn't affected him. He's still the same guy. He's still he's very nice to people. He's very quiet spoken. He hasn't really taken that leadership role just yet. You know, he's still a super nice, quiet guy. He's
So, is the UFC wrong for cutting quote-unquote boring fighters? Maybe. It hurts the sport's purity. But are fighters wrong for refusing to adapt? Yes. You cannot demand millions of dollars from a show you refuse to participate in. The solution is not to become a clown. The solution is the Islam Makhachev path. Stay humble, stay disciplined, smash everyone. But learn the language, pick up the mic, and show the world who you actually are. Because if you don't tell your story, the business will move on.